Hey guys, it's Raiden. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm doing quite alright myself. Today we're going to be reviewing build and buy mode for The Sims 4 Growing Together. But first, I wanted to thank you all for stopping by my videos and giving your girl a chance. I was investigating some of my old Sims 4 content when I first started uploading, and I realized I probably sounded like I was screaming into everyone's ears, so I apologize if anybody has gone back and watched any of those old videos. Unfortunately, at the time I had a Samsung Meteor mic. That is not Samsung. And literally, there was no way to balance it. There was no like software out there at the time that I could just get for free and have. And I also didn't understand how to balance my volume for one. That's also a problem. Me checking my mic right now to make sure I'm good. But at least we know a little bit of what we're doing now. So hopefully I'm not screaming in your ears and we're coming across clear and at a comfortable level. I also desperately need to do my hair, but that's a story for another time. If you watched my last video, you know I love lists, apparently. So let's go ahead and break down what we get in build mode. So in build mode, we get 7 wallpapers, 1 floor, 1 foundation, well, foundation paint, I guess you could call it. 1 gate, 1 fence, 1 stair railing, 1 column, 1 spandrel, and 1 wall sculpture. 17 windows. 12 of the windows out of the 17 are actually all the same, but are represented at each level of wall, so you can at least use those. 3 doors, 1 fountain decoration, 2 roof decorations, and 1 frieze. I think I'm saying that right. I feel like I'm not, because it looks like freeze or like freeze, but I'm not gonna give any more thought to it. In build mode, we get around 514 swatches overall, mostly coming from Windows. There are like 200 and some in Windows alone. So my thoughts on build mode. Unfortunately, during the video, I forgot to actually put the freeze out and go through all of the swatches. The game didn't actually warn me that there was something new in that area, so in case you're having that problem, there is a thing that does exist that you may not know about, so go look for it. There are more items in the pack than just general face value lets on. As you dive into each window and door, you find that there are different designs where we would have potentially saw those broken out in the past. Now they're all under like one style of door. So you put that door down, and then as you're going through the swatches, the style changes. So be prepared for that. It's all one style under one door instead of spread out against multiple doors. Until you break the build mode of the pack out into individual swatches, you might think that you aren't actually getting a lot. So it could cause like an ill first impression. The con is that if you want a particular style and a particular color, you may not be able to because of that. So, you know, they put this nice little diamond pattern on one of the doors, and maybe the diamond pattern is black or white, but you can't have it in blue or red. And that's kind of something that you could run into. And for whatever reason, they missed out on the continuity of swatches when it comes to fencing and stairs. There were 2 foundations that had no fencing to match, and there were absolutely no stairs with the pack. So we didn't get any stairs to actually match with the foundation paint, that flooring, those columns, the fencing, none of that. In the video, I kind of just threw some random stairs down and was like, all right, well, I guess we can put railings on this. But they really missed out on I think it was red and blue, maybe, for the foundation paint. There was only columns and spandrels that matched, rather than fencing, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why you would do like a white porch and red columns. You could make it work, I'm sure. White and blue might work fine, but the red really just doesn't fit, I feel, unless there's more red. But prove me wrong. I'm willing to take a bet here. The amount of build mode items for the pack are sufficient for a pack, but I'm not certain it really stands up to be considered expansion material. This is purely comparing it to previous expansions where we've seen more in build mode, but I think it kind of makes up for everything in buy mode, which we're about to get to, and boy is this a list. and we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I'm gonna detail out the list, and that's what we're gonna go off of. So we have 5 beds, 2 sleeping bags, 11 chairs, 1 stool, 2 sofas, 1 picnic table, 1 bench, 3 tables, 5 coffee and end tables, different assortments, not all the same, 3 desks, 1 bathroom storage, 2 wall decorations, 1 sink, 2 potty chairs, 1 shower, 1 friendship kit, 1 piano, 1 celebration cannon, exciting, 1 card table, 7 bikes, 3 various size splash pads, 1 tree house, 5 various size plants, 9 wall stickers, 2 wall pictures, 4 mirrors, 3 curtains, 13 decorative items. This is like, I wasn't gonna list out all of them, so you get 13 decorative items, 5 changing tables, 14 new lamps, 3 new appliances, 7 new bookshelves, 2 new dressers, and 3 keepsake boxes. And my head hurts after reading all of that. So, there were some challenge items, 3 picture frames, 2 rattles, 2 sleeping bags, and 1 crib. Ay, 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 it's a lot. There is a lot to unravel with this, but I'm excited about all of it. And there's well over 800 swatches, so you'll have plenty to mix and match from, and I think the swatches really make up for a lack of individual items. And the buy mode definitely does make up for the build mode in this regard. I'm sure, as you can see, I couldn't fit all of the buy mode objects onto the biggest lot that I could find, so if that gives you anything, maybe there's a bigger lot and I'm just can't get out of New Crest for some reason. Anyways, my favorites that I liked, I'm gonna go ahead and just name them off by name. Fungi Realty Inc. Studio Apartment was a cute little terracotta pot with a fungus growing out of it, and it's like a little fairy garden type thing. Desk with a View actually has a glass back to it, which I'm kind of a sucker for glass things in The Sims. Like, I can't be stopped. I will do all of the things with all of the glass objects.
Right to jail.
Decoration-wise, wow. Mini mission changing station. Out of all of the changing tables that they introduced, that one was my favorite. Relics of a creative childhood. The little sun plate with the, I think it was a jellyfish plate and a fish plate. Those were adorable. I remember my son making those when he was a youngin' in school. Sweet Dreams moon lamp, absolutely adorable. I like my astrological stuff. I wish they'd come out with like astrological stuff packs. I think it'd be so fun. Retrofitted brass fishing lantern. Try saying that 10 times fast. I really like the Rust version. Any of the rustic items that they have are 9 times out of 10 gonna be my favorite. So all of the sleeping bags, they're all freaking adorable, especially the little froggy one and the animal ones. They're just so cute. The rocket ship bed color swatch is actually my favorite, regardless of what bed it's on. And the unique sheep seat. Try saying that one 10 times fast too, man. They really had some names for these items this pack. Or expansion pack, I must say. Anyways, as far as build mode goes, all in all, I'm sure you can gather that I love quite a bit from the buy mode. I'm excited to be able to pay a little more attention to detail when it comes to the younger generations, and I'm finding loads of inspiration in this pack. The splash pads lend inspiration to a kid-friendly community pool build, which seems like a fun idea to me. I'm interested to see what I could come up with. If you want to see a community pool build though, let me know. I'm totally down. I'm probably going to do it whether you want to see it or not. Whether you think this is the last video you're watching or whatever. There were some issues with like placement, I felt like, regardless of where my camera was. For example, the piano wanted to be what felt like backwards when I was placing it. Like, when I pull out a piano, I personally want to see the keys facing me in the game, because that's, especially with an upright piano, that's the first thing that you're going to see. And it makes the most sense in terms of an upright piano. It's typically facing the wall with the keys facing outwards. There were some other items that I also felt placed awkwardly, like the suitcases and the challenge mode items. So the suitcases, when pulling out, the side was facing towards you. I never set my suitcase sideways like that unless I'm like trying to save space for storage. It's either laying down or facing me flat against a wall or surface like that. And then the other like doll type figures from the challenge mode, they were sideways too. I don't really understand that logic, and it made me feel kind of uncomfortable when I was trying to place them for review purposes. So whatever, I'm sure I'll get over it and I'll get used to it. The one last detail that I thought was interesting that I felt like they could have done better on was the kids' swing set. While it's awesome to have a swing set in the game, especially to that level of detail, the lights wrapping around the top have no 3D value to them. They're flat, and when it gets dark, they glow. That is it. So I felt like they could have done a little more with that, especially with, I mean, they already had like a bulb-shaped light in the pack. I mean, even if they sized that down and copy-pasted it all over the top and made it look like an actual light or something, like, I couldn't complain, you know, but it seems like one of those last minutes, they didn't have funding to put the lights around the swing set, so they just kind of cheesed it and hoped to God nobody would really notice or zoom in that far. But I am like, I pay attention to silly little details like that, because I'm like, yes, I love the fact that there's twinkle lights on the top of the swing set. Do they glow? Yes, they glow. Why do they look like that? I don't know, it probably can't be explained to me. So, oh well. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, this is my review of Build Buy Mode. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I think I'm gonna do a growing together build. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that. Something where we try to fit everything into a lot from this expansion. I'm very interested. I want to do like a 4-bedroom middle-class house, something that feels like a thing that I grew up in. You know, like, I don't know. But anyways, I appreciate you guys coming along for my rants and ramblings and all of my lists. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Come visit me on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays for sure. Sometimes we do a little shenanigans on other days, but Tuesdays and Thursdays for sure. And we will see you in the next video. Okay, love you, bye!